soldiers watch their chants unceasingly. Have you heard of the millions they will spend strengthening their fleets and wives? They imagine they can break or bend the nation that has often made them fly. But there's one thing they forget that we possess, that they forget. And there's one thing we possess that they forget, that we possess. Sons of the sea, all British born, sailing every ocean, laughing close to scorn. Ha ha! They may build their ships by land and think they know the game, but they can't build the boys of the Bulldog breed that made old England stand. Well, if they'd like to know why Britons rule the waves, if they'd probe that mystery, if they'd like to know why Britain breeds us braves, let them read their history. Let them search to the bottom of the deep, where their shattered hulks now lie. They may build 1,000,000 men of war, while we free men prepare to do or die. Because there's one thing they forget, that we possess, that they forget. And there's one thing we possess, that they forget, that we possess. Sons of the sea, all British born, slain in every ocean, laughing close to scorn. Ha ha! They may build their ships, my land, and think they know the game, but they can't build the boys of the Bulldog breed that made old England game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have
The next song needs no introduction. The first few notes of the music will be sufficient to tell you the title. And don't forget, boys and girls, to join in the chorus. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet on the seat of a bicycle built for two. There is a flower within my heart, Daisy, Daisy, planted one day by a glancing dart, planted by Daisy Bell. Whether she loves me or loves me not, sometimes it's hard to tell. Yet I am longing to share the lot of beautiful Daisy Bell. Daisy, Daisy, give me your hand.
Hello everybody, good evening and welcome once again to From the Mission Halls to the Music Halls. Can you hear me? Give me a shout out if you can hear me. I hope that you can. But just in case you can't, do let me know if you can't hear me, and I'll try and fix the sound, because we've been having a heck of a problem with the sound recently. So I'll just hold on a bit until somebody can let me know. Yes. Thank you, Liz. Well, a huge welcome to you all, and especially welcoming Caris, watching from Llangollen, Janice from Canada. Hello, Janice. Margaret Madwick, watching from Surbiton. Angela Roberts. Janine Ramsey, watching from Belfast. Hello, Janine. And Sylvia Rawlings and Mel Robinson from Llangollen. Liz Hewitt from Durham, Susan Stokes from Llangollen, and many more people. We've got about 17 people here in this house of hymnody. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for another sing-along. Now, today is Palm Sunday, which is the beginning of Holy Week. Palm Sunday, we remember Jesus entering triumphantly into Jerusalem, riding on a donkey, and people waving their palms before him. So the first half of this evening will reflect that theme and that mood. So we've got some wonderful Passiontide hymns for you. Welcome, Richard Lewis from Bristol, who's just checked in. Wonderful. And Diane from Yorkshire. Diana, thank you. Great. So we've got some cracking hymns. And we're going to begin with number 1, which is always a good place to start, which will be Ride On in Majesty. Now, I'd like to dedicate this episode of From the Mission Halls to the Music Halls to the late Sheila Spedding, who very sadly died last week. Sheila was a regular worshipper in the Llangollen Methodist Church, but she would always tune in to these sing-alongs every Sunday night. And very sadly, she died. And I'm really sorry to hear that. So we'll dedicate tonight's sing-along in Sheila's memory. As always, I want you to sing loudly and warble to your fullest ability, warbling forth, of course. And there will be a prize for the best singer. Yes, there will be a prize. A packet of Bird's custard powder will make its way to you if you sing well tonight. As you know, every expense has been spared at From the Mission Halls to the Music Halls. But wonderful to have you. And thank you for joining in. And as always, for staying with me with all the kind of technical difficulties we have. Now, I've had problems with the Wi-Fi recently. The Wi-Fi is very weak at the moment. So I'm actually working on 4G, whatever 4G means. I've got no idea. So if there's any problem with sound or the picture, do let me know in the comments bar. Yes, you're all getting excited about the Bird's packet of custard powder, I know. But anyway, number 1 on the song sheets. And this hymn was written in the year 1821, a long time ago, by Henry Milman, who was a dean of St. Paul's Cathedral. Ooh. So there we are. Ride on. Here we go. Oh, ride on in majesty. Hark all the tribes, Hosanna cry. Thy I should know this, shouldn't I? Verse 2. Oh, ride on in majesty, in lowly pomp, ride on to die. O Christ, your triumphs now begin, o'er captive death and conquered sin. The winged squadrons are next. Ride on in majesty, the winged squadrons of the sky. Look down with sad and wondering Ride on in majesty, the last and fiercest strife is nigh. The Father on his Sabbath throne awaits his own anointed Son. Amen. Amen. Well done, sing-alongers. You are warbling forth. Well, can you believe it? This time next week, it will be Easter Sunday, and I will be cracking open the bubbly. Yes, it has been a whole 6 weeks since I have given up the booze, and tonight I'm on mocktails, and next week I'll be on probably champagne, I hope. Now, I must warn you in advance, dear sing-alongers, that it's my tradition every Easter Sunday, every year, I crack open the bubbly around lunchtime. Well, yes, you know what I'm saying. So by 6 o'clock, I might be a little merry, high on Easter joy. So it will be fun. Anyway, cheers. Right. Well, how are you? How have you been? Well, we had some fairly good news in Wales last week that we can now meet up to 6 people outdoors. Yes, 6 people. And places of hospitality. No, not hospitality. Self-catering places can reopen in Wales as well. And we can travel around Wales. We don't have to stay local. We don't have to stay within the 5-mile radius. So this is good news. Now, I'm trusting you're all warbling and singing. And our next hymn is another favourite of Passiontide, which has a very interesting history. Now, our next hymn, My Song is Love Unknown, was written over 300 years ago. But it only became popular in churches about 70 years ago. So it's fairly kind of new-ish in the repertoire of church music. It was written by Samuel Crossman. And these verses were first produced in a pamphlet in the year 1664. And the pamphlet was called The Young Man's Meditation. Now, many of you will know the tune. A beautiful tune. And the tune to this hymn was written a lot later than the words, and they were written by the well-known church musician John Ireland. And can you believe this interesting fact about this hymn, that John Ireland composed the melody of this hymn in less than 15 minutes on a bit of scrap paper? Can you believe it? And it's one of the, probably the top tunes in the kind of Passiontide repertoire of church music. It's a beautiful hymn. It's number 2 on your song sheet. I hope you've got your song sheets. If not, you can still download them from the Facebook page. There's still time. And yeah, so welcome to you all, and welcome to David Rickett, watching from Sale in Cheshire. So we've got a global audience, or should I say congregation, dearly beloved, this evening. Yes, so we're going to sing My Song is Love Unknown. Do you know this one? I know you do. It's a gorgeous tune. Here we go, My Song. My song is love unknown, my Saviour's love to me, love to the loveless shown, that they might lovely be. Oh, who am I, that for my sake my Lord should take frail flesh and die? He came from his blessed throne, salvation to bestow, but men made strange and on would know. But oh, my friend indeed, who at his need my life did spend. And the last verse. Sometimes they strew his way, and his sweet praises sing, resounding all the day, hosannas to the King. Then crucify is the breath, and for his death they thirst and cry. I knew you'd like that hymn. It's a beautiful Passiontide hymn. And welcome to Virginia Appleton, who's just tuned in from Whitstable. And Virginia's running late because she's had problems streaming through the TV. Not to worry, Virginia, you've just missed the great news that the best singer tonight will win a packet of Bird's custard powder. Yes, that's true. Sent by second class, of course. So, sing up, squeak up. Have you got your hymn sheets? Can you all sing? Can you all read? Oh, well, never mind. So there we are. And welcome to Linda and Howard, who are watching as well. Wonderful. We've got a very select congregation. Now, we're going to move on to our next hymn, which is number 3, another popular hymn for this time of year. And you will all know this one most definitely. And it is that very popular hymn, There is a Green Hill Far Away Without a City Wall. Sometimes referred to as the golfer's hymn, for obvious reasons. And this hymn was actually originally written as a children's hymn. And it was written with the intention of teaching young children the Apostles' Creed about Jesus dying and rising again and ascending into heaven. So each verse of this hymn kind of relates to a theme or a clause in the Apostles' Creed. So it's a teaching hymn for children. Have we got any children watching this evening? Well, Virginia, I know you've got 2 children, Elliot and Oscar, our youngest viewers from the mission halls to music halls. So I hope Oscar and Elliot are watching, and I hope that you like this hymn because it's got a cracking tune. They've all got cracking tunes. But let's do a little warm up and let's sing it to la 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 la. Just the tune. La 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 la. Good. La 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 la. And you can tell it was kind of written for children. It's got such a simple and beautiful melody that kind of rises up and falls down again. Wonderful. So let's give this one a sing, everybody. Number 3, There is a Green Hill Far Away. There we go. There is a green hill far away, without a city wall, where the dear Lord was crucified, who died to save us all. Very good. Now in harmony. Oh, dearly, dearly as he loved, and we must love him too, and trust in his redeeming blood, and try his works to do. I'm singing the wrong words. Never mind. Verse 3. We may not know, we cannot tell what pain he had to bear, but we believe it was for us. He hung and suffered there. Back to the tune again. He died that we might be forgiven. He died to make us good, that we might from our sins be freed, saved by his precious blood. And unison. Oh, dearly, dearly well enough to pay the price of sin, that we in life begin and dwell himself within. Well, wonderful. Angela Roberts says that she learnt this at her Church of England church infant school a very long time ago. Now, I must apologise, folks, I've been singing the wrong words because there's a discrepancy. In my hymn book, which is Hymns, Ancient and Modern, or as my old vicar used to say, Hymns, Ancient and Miserable, there is a discrepancy with the words in my hymn book and the words on the sheet, but it doesn't matter. Well, I was going to say we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, but we're not, are we? Anyway, but in a way we are. Memories of Sunday school, says Sylvia Rawlings. Yes, of course. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad you like the hymns today. I always think the hymns around Passiontide and Lent and Advent are the most beautiful and meditative hymns. So that's great. So our next hymn now is number 4. All ye, it's the old language. All ye who seek a comfort sure in trouble and distress. Now, if you've got Hymns Ancient and Miserable or Hymns Ancient and Modern, it's number 104 in your hymn book. If not, it's number 4 on the song sheet. This hymn was originally a Latin hymn in the 18th century, but was later translated into English by Edward Caswall. So I'm just going to have a little drink because it's thirsty work. Wonderful. Well, Caris is asking if there's a second prize. Oh, no. I'm afraid every expense has been spared tonight. We can only afford custard powder. So there we are, from Home Bargains. But there we go. Yes, I do love the words of the hymns, you know, proper hymns, you know, good traditional hymns. Well, we're going to carry on singing traditional hymns now. All ye who seek a comfort sure. Did you hear that bomb note then? I'm sorry. And that's without a drink. Wait till next week. Now, here we are. All ye who seek a comfort sure. 2, 3, 4. All ye who seek a comfort sure in trouble and distress. Take whatever sorrow vex the mind, or guilt the soul oppress. Jesus, who gave himself for you upon the cross to die, opens to you his sacred heart. Oh, to that heart draw nigh. Ye hear how kindly he invites, ye hear his word so blessed. All ye that labor, come to me, and I will give you rest. Jesus, thou joy of saints on high, thou hope for sinners gain, attracted by those loving words, to thee I lift my prayer. Good bass part. Last verse. Wash thou my wounds in that dear blood, which forth from thee doth flow. New grace, new hope, inspire a new, a better heart bestow. Amen. Amen. You see, I'm keeping an eye on you. I'm going to try and catch you out. Are you watching your conductor? Well, there we go. Well, actually, that concludes the hymns. We're having a very short session this evening. But next week will be a kind of a longer, slightly extended, depends on the champagne really, session for Easter Sunday. So we'll have all the great Easter hymns. Jesus Christ is risen today, alleluia. Thine be the glory. All the great Easter hymns next week. So, good. I'm just going to have a little drink and have a quick look to see who we've got watching. Anybody new? By the way, if you are new, a warm welcome. We do this every Sunday and we have a bit of fun along the way. We tell stories, we learn about the hymns, the history of the hymns, the theology of the hymns, and you know, we just have fun really. It's a sing-along, and we often share what we're having to drink as well. But for the past 6 weeks, I've been on this kind of very treacly mocktail. Very nice actually, but it's full of caffeine, which kind of sends me a bit doolally, and I can't sleep on a Sunday night, but never mind. There we are. So and then in the second half, we always go to the music hall. And we have a banana as well along the way. So here we go. Are you all singing? Good. You don't need the words for this now. You should know it by now. Here we go. Let's all go to the music hall, where the show is gay and bright. I'm a banana. Let's all go to the music hall, where the stars are twinkling twice a night. Whether you sit in the gallery, the circle or the pit, or whether you sit in a red plush stall, when the busy day is done and you want to have some fun, let's all go to the music hall. I'm surprised I managed to hit a top F, which is really beyond my range. I'm more of a bottom F kind of guy. Oh, well, I used to be. Anyway, so we're moving on now. On the song sheet, we're up to number 6. And this one is another popular music hall classic, written in the year, let me think, 1910. And it was Harry Champion's signature tune. What am I talking about? Henry VIII, I Am, I Am. And interesting fact about this song, actually, in 1965, it became one of the fastest selling songs in history due to the Herman's Hermits. Do you remember the Herman's Hermits in the 60s? I don't, because I wasn't born until 77, so it's before my time. But apparently, I know this because I Googled it, apparently in the 60s, Herman's Hermits sang it, and it became a sensation. So there we are. But we know this one, of course. It's a classic Harry Champion song, and actually featured on that film. Now, when was it? 1990s. Perhaps somebody can tell me. Ghost. Do you remember Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg? Quite a good film, actually. It was quite funny in the 1990s. Well, actually, Henry VIII, I Am, features in that film. Oh, yes. I need the music. So we're going to sing that one now, and it's number 6 on your song sheet. Let's play it through just the once to get in the mood. What we're doing. Yeah, da, 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 da. Oh dear. Da, 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 da. Yeah, da, da. Anyway, you know how it goes. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing the music. I think my contact lenses are falling out. Or I think I put my contact lenses in the wrong way. That's my excuse tonight. Anyway, there we go. Regardless of that, let's just sing along. And if I stop playing, you must carry on singing. Otherwise, you might not be in with a chance of winning the bird's custard powder. Here we go. And Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, next door. She's been married 7 times before. Everyone was an Henry. She couldn't have a Willie or a Sam, no Sam. I'm the eighth, oh man, Henry, da da da. Henry the eighth, I am. Oh, I'm giving up. I'm going to switch it all off. I can't play this one. There's some very tricky chords towards the end. Da, 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 dee, 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 dee. Yeah, da, 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 bum, bum. Okay, let's move on because I'm making a pig's ear of that one. Oh my word, imagine next week when the champagne comes out. Goodness knows. Right. Yes, I know what you're all thinking. The viewing figures will be going down next week, trust me. Number 7 is the next one. Number 7 on the song sheet. Which is number 7? Let the Great Big World Keep Turning. And Deacon is with me tonight. Deacon? Deacon, do you want to come and say hello? Deacon is my dog, by the way, if you want to know. No, Deacon is not, I'm not referring to a deacon in the church, like a trainee priest or anything, but actually, Deacon, we got Deacon when I was ordained a deacon back in 1912, and I thought it would be quite a cool name for a dog. So Deacon's with me, and I can't turn the camera to show you because it will kind of mess up the setup, really. But if you can hear him scratching, that's who it is. It's Deacon. We'll say hello to Deacon later. Now, this next song is another classic music hall song that was popular during the First World War. And it was also sung on that 1980s series called The Monocled Mutineer. And it's a beautiful tune. It's such a lovely, lovely melody. So I'll sing the verses and then you join in with the chorus. If you don't know the chorus, let me just play that for you now. It goes like this. It's number 7. Let the great big world keep turning. Never mind if I've got you. For I only know that I want you so, and there's no one else will do. You have simply set me yearning, and forever I'll be true. Let the great big world keep on turning round. Now I've found someone like you. They don't write songs like that anymore, do they? Well, here we go. Let's sing this one and I'll sing the verses for you. Love, they say, must come to one and all, of high or low degree. Come what may, I'm waiting for the call. It holds no fears for me. Maybe the day is near when the thought of my heart will hear. And your turn. Let the great big world keep turning. Never mind if I've got you. For I only know that I want you so, and there's no one else will do. You have simply set me yearning, and forever I'll be true. Let the great big world keep on turning round. Now I've found someone like you. Well, I thought I did that one some justice, unlike the other one. So let the great big world keep turning. Well, we'll keep turning, and we'll turn now to our next song, which is She Was a Dear Little Dicky Bird. But before we do, I'm getting a little look from Deacon, and I think he wants to go out to the toilet. So, folks, just bear with me a second. I need to let the dog out. Yeah, back in a tick. Good boy, Deacon. Come on. Good boy. Go and see. Good boy. That's it. Good lad. There we are. Yes, that was Deacon. I think he needed the toilet. Right, here we go. Oh yes. Now we have a bit of fun with this one, don't we? Yes, normally. And She Was a Dear Little Dicky Bird. What number is it? Number 8. Number 8. Don't forget your tweet, tweet, tweet. It was at the pantomime, sweet Mabel and I did meet. She was in the ballet front row, and I in a 5-shilling seat. She was dressed like a dicky bird, beautiful wings she had on, figure divine, wish she were mine. On her I was totally gone. Your turn. She was a sweet little dicky bird. Tweet, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. At the stage door every night I waited with my bouquet till my girl had molted, and then we drove in a hansom away. Oyster suppers and sparkling sham, couldn't she go it what ho? 5 I'd spent, 10 I'd lent, for to her I couldn't say no. She was a sweet little dicky bird. Tweet, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. One more time. Available for children's parties and parish functions. Well, there we go. Oh my word. Well, should we be having fun? We shouldn't really, should we? Yes, we should. Yes, well, that was different, wasn't it? I don't know what the neighbours think. They must think I've gone mad. Cheers. Right, we're coming on now to the Lambeth Walk, and let's just have a look at the comments. Have we lost any viewers? Probably. I sound like Janine watching from Belfast says I sound like Sweep or Orville. Diana, don't call us, we'll call you. I love it. Yes, or as they say in the theatre, we'll let you know. Wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, here we go now. Ready? Anytime you're Lambeth way, any the Lambeth Walk. Oi! I can't remember the words. Oh, Lambeth girl, you'll find yourself doing the Lambeth Walk. Everything's free and easy. Do as you're done, well pleasy. Why don't you go your way there? No, stay there once you get down Lambeth Way. Any evening, any day, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth Walk. Now, we're going to change the words, folks. We're going to make it interesting. We're going to sing Llangollen. So, not Lambeth, but Llangollen. Doing the Llangollen Walk. Okay, so substitute Lambeth for Llangollen. Good luck. Here we go. Anytime you're Llangollen way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all ready doing the Llangollen Walk. Good. Oi, when your little Llangollen girl, da, 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 you'll find yourself doing the Llangollen Walk. Everything's free and easy. Do as you're done, well pleasy. Why don't you go your way there? Go and stay there. Once you get down Llangollen Way, any evening, any day, you'll find yourself doing the Llangollen Walk. Oh, there we are. Yes. Did you enjoy that one? Something to get your teeth around. I hope you're all warbling forth. I do hope you're warbling forth. Well, now we're coming on to another music hall song, number 10, folks, number 10 on the song sheet, one that we haven't done before on From the Mission Halls to the Music Halls. And by the way, do you know that it's nearly 1 year since we started these Sunday sing-alongs? I'm not quite sure when the anniversary is, but I started it pretty much, I think it was just after Easter. So we're getting up to a year's anniversary of Mission Halls to Music Halls, which actually started as a Songs of Praise, if you remember. I started it as a kind of just taking hymn requests. And then I had an idea during the summer that I'd add on music hall songs because, as you know, there's some sort of correlation with some of the tunes written in Victorian times. And I've written about this on my blog. So if you're interested, take a look at my blog. By the way, folks, if you're feeling generous, you can pop a little coin or two in the collection plate, which reminds me of that old medieval catchphrase or medieval saying, as the coin in the jar rings, the soul from purgatory springs. I don't actually believe that. I don't think you have to give money to go to heaven. But but if you are feeling generous, pop a coin or two. It can be 50p, it's fine. But all money helps towards these fundraising Sunday nights. Right, now, so the next one is number 10, When I Take My Morning Promenade. And it's got a little religious theme with this, because if you remember, Mother Eve in the garden long ago is mentioned. So here we go, everybody. Join in with the chorus and I'll sing the verses. Since Mother Eve in the garden long ago started a fashion still a passion. Eve wore a costume you might describe as brief. Still every season's brought its change of leaf. She'd stare if she would come to town. What would Mother Eve think of me new Parisian gown? When I take my morning promenade, quite the fashion card on the promenade. Though I don't mind nice boys staring hard, if it satisfies their desire. Do you think my dress is a little bit, just a little bit? Well, not too much of it, though it shows my shape just a little bit. That's the little bit the boys admire. each wore a burskin covering her fur skin. Lately Salome has charmed us, to be sure, wearing a row of beads and not much more. Fancy my dressing like that too. The Daily Mirror man would surely want an interview when I take my morning promenade. Quite the fashion card on the promenade. Though I don't mind nice boys staring hard, if it satisfies their desire. Do you think my dress is a little bit, not too much of it, though it shows my shape just a little bit? That's the little bit the boys admire. Did you enjoy that one, everybody? Yes, we haven't done that before. Well, yes. No comment. Moving swiftly on. I live in Trafalgar Square. Another great classic music hall song. I live in Trafalgar Square with 4 lions to guard me. So you know this one. And we've got a verse as well, just in case that you don't know the words or the tune even. The tune goes like this. I live in Trafalgar Square with 4 lions to guard me. Fountains and statues all over the place, and the metropole staring me right in the face. I own it's a trifle drafty, but I looks at it this way, you see. If it's good enough for Nelson, it's quite good enough for me. Isn't it a great tune? So here we go now. I'll sing the verse, and you join in with the chorus. Today I've been busy removing, and I'm all of a fidgety fidge. My elastics were on the embankment, the 3rd seat from Waterloo Bridge. But the cooking and the attendance didn't happen to suit me so well. So I ordered my man to break up and look out for another hotel. He did, and the new place is extra, I fear. Just wait till you what am I singing? Da 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 da, where I'm staying now. A7. That's it. And the chorus. I live in Trafalgar Square with 4 lions to guard me. Fountains and statues all over the place, and the metropole staring me right in the face. I own it's a trifle drafty, but I looks at it this way, you see. If it's good enough for Nelson, it's quite good enough for me. There we go. It's always difficult when you haven't got a page turner. That is my excuse. Right, well, we're coming on now to the last song of the evening, which we always finish with. My old man said, follow the ban. Thank you for being with me this Palm Sunday and for singing those beautiful Palm Sunday hymns and these music hall songs, of course. Don't forget, next week, 6 o'clock, same time, same place, we're celebrating Easter. So there'll be lots of joyful hymns and drink as well, with a bit of luck. And it will be a little super extended session of hymn singing. Any news? Well, who's won the Bird's custard powder? What I'll do, I'll look back on the comments and try to judge who has sung the best this evening. Cheers, everybody. We're coming to the end. Yeah, thank God, somebody said. Right, so we had to move away, 'cause the rent we couldn't pay. The moving van came round just after dark. There was me and my old man, packing things inside the van. which we've often done before, let me remark. We packed all that we could pack in the van, and that's a fact. And we got inside all we could get inside. And we packed all we could pack in the tailboard at the back, till there wasn't any room for me to ride. My old man said, follow the van and don't dilly-dally on the way. Oops. Off went the car with my own packed in it. I walked behind with my old coat limit, and I did it and done it, done it and did it. Lost my way and don't know where to run. I stopped on the way to have the old half quarter, and I can't find my way home. One more time. My old man said, follow the plan and don't dilly-dally on the way. Off went the car with my own packed in it. I walked behind with my own coat linen, and I did it and done it, done it and did it. Lost my way and don't know where to run. Can't trust the specials like the old time compass when you can't find your way home. Well, there we go. Do you know what, folks? I think the caffeine is really kicking in, and it's worse than the alcohol, I tell you. I'm playing all the fluff notes. Anyway, isn't it lovely that the evenings are still light? Normally the curtains are closed at this time, even though we are deprived of 1 hour's sleep, which means you've got to go to bed a bit earlier tonight. Well, there we go, folks. Thank you for joining me from Mission Halls to Music Halls. If you are feeling generous, if you've enjoyed it tonight, you can still make a donation on PayPal. But if you don't want to, that's fine. The main thing is that we come together and sing and bring joy and harmony to the world. So I'll see you next week for Easter. Have a very blessed Holy Week, and I'll see you same time, same place next week. Good night and God bless.